November is the month the largest IKEA store in the world celebrates 1 year in the country. We now speak to IKEA Philippines General Manager, Georg Platzer. Georg, thank you so much for joining us on the program and congratulations, 1 year in the Philippines.
Thank you very much, Magandang Gabi. What a time we had here, fantastic. And soon we will celebrate 1 year. We opened 25th of November last year, so we are waiting for a big anniversary celebration together with our customers, of course.
But Georg, you've been here for 6 years already. So it takes that long from concept, idea, to construction and opening, 6 years?
Opening a first store in a new country takes time because the entire supply chain needs to be prepared for this moment. And also the first store also needs to take some time for learnings of being compliant with the laws, the standards. You need to learn about the Filipinos' life, for example. Took just a year to study how people live here in this country, so we get well prepared for the opening. Finding partners, finding transport partners, finding partners for assembling.
And finding the right product mix for the Filipino consumer?
Finding the way how we present our products to the Philippine consumers, because the products are basically the same everywhere in the world.
What have been the milestones of IKEA Philippines over the past 365 days?
Opening e-commerce last year, October, with big success. Then November, super good opening, still in restrictions with time slots for our customers. We had to handle the crowd. It was super successful. We ended the year with 3.5 million visitors. So our year ends in August. We have 500,000 Ikea family members. We have almost 700,000 people following us on social medias like Facebook and Instagram. We are just loved by the Filipinos and we love them very much back.
It just grown from strength to strength over the past 365 days. And how has the rapid rise of digitalization and e-commerce during the pandemic boosted IKEA Philippines operations?
Well, super important. Without digitalization, there would be no omni-channel business for us, right? And this is a way how we make our range accessible for the many Filipinos. Being with one store only for now, that's the way how we can keep in touch with the people being on remote islands. Because we have a fantastic website, we have an IKEA app. People can basically look into our range, get in touch with us, and order, and that would not be possible without digitalization. In addition, the pandemic also, of course, has triggered many people to work from home, which is also only possible with digitalization, right? So for us, it was, I would not call it blessing, but it was definitely a good situation to be prepared to provide nice solutions for people working from home.
And it's the Burr months. I mean, Christmas starts here in September.
I know.
And the holiday season's just right around the corner. I mean, we have a different Christmas season to all the other countries in the world. Have you already seen a sharp spike of sales over the past couple of months compared to last year?
The first spike started actually last weekend, the first long weekend around All Saints' Day, where people had days off. And then we see that people come already to look for gifting. I know that Filipinos love to give gifts, and we are just ready for that. And then the usual things what people buy for Christmas is anything to get ready for inviting guests and families. A lot about eating and cooking, also sleeping, providing comfort for your guests and your friends. So this is the usual products what people buy this time of the year.
And, you know, just like any business, Georg, you have to deal with higher input costs. This is around the world. This is happening to all retailers, especially that the Philippine peso has depreciated against the US dollar and against the euro and other currencies. Have you had to raise prices over the last few months?
We had to raise prices over the last few months, We had to react on this crisis, which is a global economic crisis. And anything we do is impacted by energy prices, of course. We're transporting, we are producing products, and everything got more expensive. So we had to adjust some of our prices for some products. But for most of the products, we tried to keep the prices as low as possible. You know, we always side with the many, and lowest prices, having low prices is so important, especially in times like this.
Mm-hmm. And are the higher prices affecting your sales?
No, not really.
Mm-hmm. And can you give us an example of which particular products have seen a hike in prices?
Well, it is throughout the entire range, because basically all raw materials became more expensive. Not only because of the pandemic, also because of the war in the Ukraine. We had some supplier in Russia and in Ukraine, so we had to find new suppliers. And so there's no particular product. It's basically throughout the entire range.
Are there particular products that are being sold in IKEA that are more saleable these days because of higher prices, because they're more reasonable and will fit the budget of the Filipino consumer?
The good thing with IKEA is that we have a very nice width and depth of the range. So we have all functions on different price levels. So even if you cannot afford the highest price, you still can go for the second option. We don't see any big difference to 1 year ago, I would say, in any kind of the segments.
And of course, apart from your retail products, a big chunk of your business as well is your restaurants.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I've lived overseas and gone to many of your IKEA stores around the world, and the quality of your salmon, your meatballs is the same in any part of the world. Are they also the favorite of the Filipino consumer palate?
It is. Salmon and meatballs are the absolute heroes of the Filipinos here. Yeah.
And how much of your restaurant business contributes to the bottom line of IKEA Philippines?
Well, the restaurant is actually not much contributing to the bottom line, since this is really a very nice marketing tool. This is the way how we provide a fun day out for the whole family. It's really about, you know, giving people a nice rest in our restaurant. It's not about earning money with the rest. That's why we can keep the prices so low for this high quality what we have. But it definitely contributes a lot to our business.
Whether it be Monday breakfast,
whatever,
lunch on Tuesday or Saturday, I mean, your restaurant is always packed with people. You have to wait for at least 30 minutes to an hour to get to your to get to the server and buy your food.
Not during the week. The weekends, I agree with you, then the lines are a bit longer. But if you come during the week, it's quite easy and calm right now.
All right, it's November. It's almost Christmas. Are we still going to see any new product, any new products being laid out by IKEA for its consumers?
What is new compared to last year is that with this year we have a full Christmas decoration range, which we did not have last year. So you can prepare your home for Christmas in a good way. And then we're going to do some promotions. 12 days to Christmas will come. So we're going to surprise our Philippine customers with some nice activities. We also will do our anniversary celebration connected with some really nice offers, especially fitting to the season, and some Christmas gifts.
All right. When you officially are 1 year old here in the Philippines, are we going to hear any major announcements of an IKEA expansion beyond Metro Manila, maybe in the Visayas or in Mindanao?
We are expanding now when it comes to the accessibility, because we're going to extend our online business. We cover since 1st of November the whole Luzon with our parcel service. So wherever you live in Luzon, including Bicol, you can order up to 30 kilos. And that is going to be extended to whole Philippines one day. Same goes with home delivery. Brick and mortar needs to wait a little bit.
Why does it have to wait, George?
Well, we need to find the right location. It takes time to find the right location. It has to be a really nice commercial spot with a good infrastructure. We just heard about the importance of public transport, and that's the same important for us as IKEA, since many people visiting IKEA do not have a car. So for us, this kind of things is super important. So we are observing, we're watching. We have different sites in mind, but it's nothing decided yet.
Different sites in mind in Metro Manila?
In Metro Manila.
Ah, in Metro Manila. The next IKEA Philippines will it be even larger?
No. There will be no larger anymore.
This is already the biggest in the world.
That's the largest, yeah.
George Platzer, thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. And congratulations on your first year in the Philippines.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ikea Philippines General Manager George Platzer.